So let's start this video with 6 weeks out physique update from Brandon Curry. Now you can say that his quads from the front, they were never some of the biggest or some of the most impressive in the men's open class. But that hamstrings drop from the side, that is next level. And this is a very solid condition for Brandon Curry at 6 weeks out of this year's Mr. Olympia. So Brandon has this unique record of competing in more than 10 Mr. Olympias, and the man is still going very strong. He has had no injuries, his joints are still in a very good shape. He's able to push very impressive weights in the gym. And for all these young guys who are making their Olympia debuts, or all these guys who are up and coming, who are aiming to beat Brandon Curry this year, and all these guys who are hoping to take his spot come Olympia this year in that top 10, well, they are going to get a reality check in October. Because first of all, there hasn't been any drop in terms of his size and his muscularity. In fact, the physique that we saw from him at this year's Arnold, Ohio, that was one of his best in the past few years. And that was a lot better than what we saw from him at the Olympia last year. And the fact that he continued to build on that afterwards for this year's Mr. Olympia. I mean, we all saw how massive he was looking at the Battle of the Olympia video, standing next to Derek and Samson Dauda. And the fact that this is the first time in so many years he has taken a proper off-season. So do not be surprised if we see an even better physique than what we saw from him at the Arnold this year. And do not forget, up until 2023, Brandon was placing as high as top 4. And it was just last year when he dropped down to 9th place. And one of the biggest factors, that was the change in his coach. He switched from his former coach Abdullah to another guy in the O2 gyms. And another change that we saw for this year's Arnold prep was that he stayed in the US and he did not went out to the O2 gyms in Kuwait to finish his prep. And same is the case for this year's Olympia too. So will be very interesting to see whether he's able to hold off all these young guys one more time. Because I'm very sure all these guys like Tony Burton, Regan, even guys like Sazan Herati, Jordan Hutchinson, they are aiming for a top 5 finish this year. They are not considering Brandon Curry a threat. So let me know what you guys think.